What's good, y'all? Welcome back. Now, I haven't been posting in a while because I was going through it. And I'm going to bring y'all back to the 2020 when all happened. How it all happened. How it all started. And my first video that I posted was during COVID. You feel me? Now, let's get straight to it. So, basically, I was living in a motel. Straight like that. You feel me? All those videos y'all seen was motel videos. And I was living with my bro. And we were just living together because we was getting kicked out of our old apartment that we was living in. And some odd reason, they allowed my parents and my sister to stay even though because we couldn't pay. Now, long story short, it was a lockdown. Okay, it was a shutdown. We couldn't go outside as much or, that ish. But they allowed us to work. Well, my brother was working only. And my parents stayed in, and sis and me was staying in a motel. I was staying in a motel by myself because my brother was working. Now, like I said, long story short, that's what happened. Now, when the lockdown started to fade, they started to bring back, the whole kick out bullshit. And yeah, they throw our stuff out. Pretty much. They throw all the stuff out. It's all on the streets and type. I need to stop cussing. But yeah. Just so y'all know, my mother can't. She's bedridden. Okay? And I don't know if I want to put out my mama information because it really, she is, okay? I'm not gonna get too much in detail on it, but y'all know the jizz. They were trying to kick. Okay. And it was crazy. But yeah, we got all packed up in that one little motel, 2 beds, you feel me? My mom was on that other bed, and my sis and me was on that other bed, and we were sleeping sideways. So picture the bed is long, and we was like that. Feel me? My dad and my bro, floor or chair. They was sleeping on chairs. Okay, so for a whole year, for a whole year. So basically, let me tell you how I went. So 2 years, it was me and my bro living in that motel. And then when it finally came to that point, kicked all our stuff. We put it all in the storage. And mom went to the house, and they put her into the moat. Okay? Now the moat was packed with my whole fam. Okay? And for almost 2 years, we were living in that. So basically, I lived in a motel for 4 years. Almost 4 years. And it was just drama. Okay? Too many energy packed in one little small space. It was gonna argue. It's gonna be arguments. And a lot of those, and I almost got kicked out the freaking motel type, And during that, I almost got, let me go back. See, the first motel we went to, the first motel room we went to was, all right, but it was like the tub, the ceiling and stuff was messed up and leaking, mold, basically. So we had to move out of that room, and we went to another room. So therefore, that's what happened. So when I got kicked out because situations, I went into our old room. I couldn't believe it was still open. I was surprised. So when for 2 years, actually almost 3, for 3 years, and I went right back into that motel that we got kicked out of. Somebody knocked on the door because he paid for that room, of course. I sneaked into that other room that I went to. Yeah, basically that. Okay. It was a little hectic, I know. Bear with me, my thoughts is running wild. Okay. So you gotta listen. Comprehend what I'm saying, you know. I'm not good at, conversation. But I'm gonna just put it together. It was hectic, it was a lot. Okay? So when I went into that room, I was outside all day. So I got kicked out since it was morning, and I stayed outside. And then once it become night, with my stuff, I was just outside crying. Basically, they would not let me in. Once it turned night, I was like, I'm not sleeping outside. Okay? So I walked with my stuff down there, and then I saw the room was open. I don't know. God was on my side. That's all I gotta say. God was on my side until that happened. But God was on my side. I went in that motel room, trying to stay for one night until I get something situated. I was trying to search on my, phone, my computer, my laptop. Once I plugged it in, once I plugged that in, I'm trying to look for something, but I couldn't find it. I know I have I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. But yeah, once I was trying to do that, I was like taking the hotel room tissue, you know what I'm saying? Just in case, I don't know. I was just winging it, basically. I was just winging it. Once that happened, I heard the knock. I locked the door and everything too. Once I heard the knock, I was like, what the? I was so scared, bruh. Like, that knock on that door was crazy. I wasn't prepared for that at all, bro. So, I was like, trying to stay shut. And it was like, who's in this room? I paid for this room, blah, blah, blah. It was a man, too. Like, I paid for this room, da, 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 da. My heart was like, whoa. Oh, my God. And then once I opened it, it was like, yeah, I paid for this room, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, yeah, I made up some story. I was like, my dad, we about to leave and stuff, and I was just like getting ready to, pack my stuff up and go. He like, oh, okay. Then he start being like weird, and I was like, yeah, like you a boy, cause I was dressing up, like this. Like this, like, I didn't want to, I want to see this. Awesome. Like this type, you know what I'm saying? And I had my hoodie on with some jeans, you know what I'm saying? I was like, well, what's up? What's up? I like, my dad, whoa, 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 woo, woo, woo. And he was like, you a boy? I like, no, I'm a girl. I don't know why I said that. But he was like, what? Whoa, you a girl. Like, then he started closing the door. I was like, not funny, but it was funny. Okay. I was smart. Okay. I was smart in this situation because if I didn't say the words that I was saying during that time, I probably got. He was like, you a girl? I'm like, yeah, da, 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 da. And he was like, come on. Like, I like, nah, my dad's waiting. You feel me? My dad's waiting for me at the car, He like, come on. I like, no. Then he pulled down his pants and took it out. I was like, what the? Why? Why are you doing it to me? Why? No. So I made up some loud, trying to look up at the sky. I was like, my dad is waiting. Like, they're like, what's wrong? What's wrong? I was like, I'm too young. You know? Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm 16, you know? He's like, what? Whoa. He stood up, put his pants on, and ran out the door. I was like, yes. I grabbed my stuff so fast. Let me tell you, I had TV, PlayStation, laptop, and one bag. Pillows, clothes, and the other pillows covering my TV. All that. And then I had 2 big bags. And I ran. I ran so fast back to their door that they kicked me out of. My family, basically. They were trying to look for me the whole time. They didn't know where I was at. I knocked on the door like, let me in. The dude trying to, he like, what are you doing? What happened? And that's what happened. Then I saw the dude, he walked past to go back in that room, you know. And I was like, you know, and so long story short, I almost got okay. Next, once that all got done, we was looking for apartments and stuff like that. I was like struggling bad, pretty much. My brother was still working, of course. And we found an apartment, and voila, this is it. So we've been here for almost 2. Yeah. I think it's about 3. No, I think it's almost 2. Almost 2 years. Yeah, basically. I gained a lot of weight. And I know y'all gonna say, okay, he's still big. But I lost 50 pounds, baby. I lost 50 pounds. I was up there compared to my, the weight that y'all saw me, basically. When I posted my first video. Yeah, I was going through it. I still got a lot of, fluctuated weight on me still. I'm still working on it, you feel me? I'm going back and down, up and down, up and down. It is what it is, okay? I'm struggling, okay? But during those times I was trying to, post videos, post gaming videos. Then I was posting shorts and stuff like that. Shorts was working, but it wasn't giving me no money still. That is what it is. I wasn't trying to do it for money right there. I was just trying to gain something, some traction, some fans, some, support, you feel me? And just like I'm doing with this channel, I just want y'all to get to know me, same, you feel me? I was posting TikTok videos too. That's not popping at all. I don't know why they ain't just getting 1,080 likes type stuff when I do stupid shit. You feel me? But YouTube Shorts give me like a lot of likes at that time. When I do stupid or when I do reactions, stuff like that, why I still got this on? Whoa. Yeah, basically. So during those times I was struggling, still struggling. Then 2020, I was like, 2025, I was like, I need to lose this weight. So I just got up, started working, you feel me? And, cussing that, Sabaton. The second one. Yeah. The second one I was watching, and he was like working out. Was it? Yeah. I posted about it. I was like, whoa, he got a lot. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. I didn't watch the third one. The third one was boring. Yeah, basically. So yeah. During that time, I was watching that, and then he was doing this whole workout thing. And I was like, maybe I could do it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I could do that. Let me lose this weight. Feel me? So I did it, and I got down just a little. You feel me? But I can fit 3X now. This is 3X loosely. You feel me? But I'm still working on it. I ain't, you know. But my birthday passed like 5 days ago, 4 days, 5 days ago, 4 days ago. I think it's 4 days. 4 days ago. And after my birthday, I went to go do an interview, and I got the interview. You know, first job in my whole life. Try new things, you know. I gotta do what I gotta do. You feel me? Once this video blow up, or if I keep posting and those videos blow up, and then I start gaining traction, and like once I hit 1 million, I will tell y'all everything about me, because I finally found my support that I need, and that if y'all want to know more about me, I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all can become my family. You feel me? And that's that. I'm not gonna give y'all free, so y'all can just like ditch me in the ditch after no support. You feel me? Like, I need that support. I need y'all to stay with me, you know. Rock with the T. Rock with the T and get litty with me. You feel me? That's all I got to say. Deuces. I see y'all in the next one. I'm out. Peace.